Hi everyone, welcome to Little Wicket Railway. I'm Rob, and in this video we're taking a look at one of the most affordable, powerful and easy to use DCC command stations on the market. It's the CSB1. The CSB1 has only recently been released and it's from the team at DCC-EX. And DCC-EX is an open source project that develops digital command control solutions for model railways. And it's all community driven by a team of model railway enthusiasts worldwide. And you can read more about what they're up to at dcc-ex.com. When I got back into the hobby, I really couldn't afford any of the fancy DCC control systems, but the original DCC++ and subsequently DCC-EX command stations made it possible for me to access digital control on a budget. And you might have seen my video where I built the DCC-EX command station, and I've got one of those here. I also made a video where I tested out the more advanced X-Rail automation functionality and used it to control my G-gauge layout. Basically, I'm a big fan of DCC-EX. However, I understand that the thought of building your own base station from electronic parts, uploading the code and end up having it look like this might not appeal to everyone. And the DCC-EX team recognised that too, so they set about designing something that was plug and play straight out of the box, powerful with loads of functionality and affordable. Thus, the CSB1 was formed. A huge thank you to Chesterfield Model Making and Miniature Electronics for sending me this to review. They're one of the official distributors of the CSB1 here in the UK, and I'll stick a link to their page down below. And before we get stuck into the detail, please do subscribe because it really helps the channel to grow. And if you find this video useful, then why not give it a like? Okay, time to put this to the test. Well, first of all, is it plug and play? And I guess there's only one way to find out. It's got two screw terminal track outputs on the side, and we're going to connect the top set to the track. I believe by default the top connection is the main layout connection and the bottom connection is for the programming track, but this can be changed and we'll talk more about that later. Then it's just a case of plugging in a power supply. My CSB1 came with a 15 volt 5 amp power pack. You don't have to buy it with the power pack if you already have something suitable, and without the power pack it's a little bit cheaper. Let's flick the switch on at the wall and see what happens. You can see it has a display built in, something my DIY command station didn't have, and it's giving us some info. At the top it tells us the DCC-EX version number that's pre-installed, and then below that the license version. Then it's telling us that the power is off, and under that is how much free RAM there is. Then we've got the Wi-Fi name and the Wi-Fi password with the IP address, and it's that Wi-Fi info that we'll need next. On your device, you need to install a free app called Engine Driver, and once Engine Driver is installed, we need to connect to the Wi-Fi network that's being created by the DCC-EX base station using the info on the display. After connecting to the DCC-EX network, open Engine Driver and work through the welcome screens, give it the required permissions and tick the box that says you're using the X command system. And that's it, we're ready to go. Let's turn on the track power, and the display changes to show that the power is on. Then we select the address of our loco and move the throttle up, and away we go. So that's all pretty easy. Wires to your track, plug in the power and connect to your device and you're done. So if you take anything away from this video, then that's the key point. It's simple to use and you'll be up and running in a few minutes. But just because it's easy to set up and fits in the palm of your hand, doesn't mean that it's not powerful. This thing can handle up to a massive 5 amps of current, and that's a lot of locos. Even the most power hungry models rarely go over 500 milliamps. Most entry-level DCC controllers like the Hornby Select or NCE PowerCab only offer a couple of amps. So the CSB1 packs more than enough power for most layouts. However, if you've got a larger layout and you do need more power, then you'll be wanting a booster, and the good news is that the CSB1 can also be used as a booster. The connection on top is for the incoming DCC signal from your existing command station. Along with being powerful, it also has a number of safety features, including programmable overcurrent protection on each output, reverse polarity protection, over voltage protection, and thermal protection. The best thing about DCC-EX command stations has always been the number of features they include, and the CSB1 has them all too. The built-in Wi-Fi will support up to 10 simultaneous throttle connections, but they've also included a USB-C socket on the side so that you can connect to software such as JMRI for even more throttles. Each track output can be changed using the track manager functionality to be either for DC operations, DCC operations, programming, or part of an auto reverse system. This means that you could separate your layout into different power districts with each of the outputs controlling a separate area of track. Another great feature is that if we pop the top off of the case, then we've still got the ability to plug in extra boards. So by putting an X motor shield on top, we can expand the system to 4 track outputs. We've also got pins for I2C accessories such as servo controllers, displays, lighting, whatever you've got. You can update the software using the USB-C port whenever you want, and this gives you access to all the X-Rail automation functionality. If you want a full list of all the advanced features, then visit the DCC-EX website, and they've got the full operating manual for this on there too. So how much does a system with so much functionality cost? Well, from Chesterfield Model Making and Miniature Electronics, for just the command station on a basic 3D printed sled with no power supply, it's £99. And I think it's incredible you can get a system like this ready to run for under £100. If you want the power supply and the full case, then it's a bit more at £125. But just to put that into perspective, let's compare it to some of the other DCC systems on the market. The Pico Basic Smart Controller and Hornby Select are around £150 but have very limited functionality and only 2 amps of output. The NCE Power Cab with a bit more functionality is around £200, but again only 2 amps. The Earl & Brock Daisy 2, Digitrack Zephyr, Rocco Z21, Gagemaster Prodigy Express, Yamork and Bachmann Dynamis are all between £200 and £250 and give 2 to 3 amps. The level of functionality varies, but none of them match the CSB1, and I think maybe only a couple of those have wireless functionality built in. Basically, to get a 5 amp supply with wireless capabilities and all the advanced features, you're talking £300 to £400, sometimes even more. So hopefully that gives you an idea of how incredible it is that the CSB1 can do everything these top of the range systems can do, but for only £99. And yes, you do need to use a smart device as the controller, but most people already have one of those in their pockets right now. Even if you didn't want to use your personal phone, then you can get a dedicated device for under 50 quid. And even factoring that in, it still works out to be an absolute bargain. So there we go, that's the CSB1, and in my opinion, it's the best plug and play DCC command station available at the moment. Unparalleled power and functionality for the price, and it's likely this will be the system that's running the new Little Wicket layout. Massive thank you to the DCC-EX team for all the work they've done developing the system and for answering all my questions. Please go check out their website, dcc-ex.com, for more information, and they also have a Discord channel which is really useful for learning about their future developments. Huge thanks to Chesterfield Model Making and Miniature Electronics for sending me the system to review. If you're in the UK and want to get your hands on a CSB1, then I'll put a link to them down below. Special thanks to all the YouTube members and patrons for your support. It's very much appreciated, and your names are up on the screen now. If you found this video interesting, then please press the like button and subscribe to the channel. That's about it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I will hopefully see you again soon.